Okay, we want to find all of this. Okay, we want to write our answers as a fraction in simplest form. So we're going to be using a lot of PEMDAS here. So we have 3 over 8 times by 3 over 4 plus 5 over 6 minus 1/2. Okay, so if we're looking inside of our parentheses first, we are going to see that we need to have the same denominator. So we're going to times this by 3 over 3, and we're going to times this one by 2 over 2. That way we can get our denominators to be the same. So as we look at this, we're going to end up with 3 over 8 times by 3 times 3 is going to give us 9. 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. 5 times by 2 is going to give us 10. 6 times by 2 is going to give us 12. And then minus 1/2. Now we can officially combine what's on the inside here. So we end up with 3 over 8 times by the quantity of 9 plus 10 is going to be equal to 19 over 12, and then minus 1/2. Okay, next, as we look at this, we're going to do our multiplication piece next. So with our multiplication piece here, we're going to see that this 3 times by 19, so 3 and 19 times by 7, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be 57. And 8 times by 12 is going to be 96 minus 1/2. Okay, and then we need to have our same denominator here. So the easiest thing to do is make the 2 become a 96. So the way we're going to make that 2 become a 96 is we're going to times it by, what is that, 48? 48 and 48. So we end up with 57 over 96 minus 48 over 96, and then we equal that out by saying off to the side here, 57 minus 48 is going to be equal to borrow, and that's a 4, and that's a 17, and that's a 9, and that, okay, so we end up with 9 over 96. Now again, this won't be our final answer here because we do have to simplify, because both of these are divisible by 3. We can see that dividing 9 by 3, we end up with 3, and taking 96 and dividing it by 3, we end up at 32. So we end up with 3 over 32 as our final answer here. And just to make sure I did this all right, I'm not just pulling a leg, 3 over 32, and that's going to be our final answer. Wonderful. Okay, kind of gets a little bit hairy in there with your numbers, so be careful. Take your time, show your work.